Monday morning and the grind doesn't stop. Right, there goes me pen. That's the start of it. Need a cup of coffee. Speaking of coffee, we'll come to that in a second. Hope you're all doing well. Definitely some interesting runners today. I want to give a chance to a 12 to 1 shot. And I have a strong one here at 7 to 1. It is first time back, but if it's fit, I think it can win. It's just, when a horse is coming back from a break, you have to take it on trust. But I do think he's good enough to win it. So stay tuned for that. Keep watching. Lads, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. The flat season's about to get going. And really starting to get a lot of tracker horses into the book. And some really exciting horses to follow. So don't miss that. Like and subscribe and you won't be disappointed. Right. What have we got? Cup of coffee. Right. Yesterday, just touch on Great Realisation. Tipped him up at 22 to 1 and he got the second place. So definitely happy with that. Never really put in the race, but I think that suited him because the race kind of fell in a hole. It's tough for the young horses, that Ascot. It's really stiff. And, he just stayed on and picked up the pieces. He got in under the second last a bit, but the winner won well. And it just shows you, I tipped this horse up before. That winner, Krypton Gold, I tipped him up before after a very good run on debut over hurdles on good ground. And then I tipped him up in Catterick the time after. But I think it was soft ground, or good to soft. And he just wasn't the same horse. And then yesterday he gets back onto good ground 2 or 3 runs later. He also ran in Market Racing, but that was on soft ground as well. And then it just shows you, lads, how important ground is to a horse. So he then went back to his hurdles debut Promise off a really nice mark and bolted in. And that's really how important ground is. So just always keep an eye on horses' trends. If you see a horse with bits of form on a certain ground and you see them losing form on another ground and then they're nicely handicapped, don't be afraid to hit them again on their optimum, and it might pay off. Right, couple of interesting horses today. Cup of coffee in the 1 o'clock in Hexham. I just want to give this a chance. I think this is as good as opportunity as it's had now for a while back over 2 mile. It has won on good ground over 2 mile. And it beat a filly called Rainy Day Woman. Now, I'm not saying she'll ever beat Rainy Day Woman again, but we all know what Rainy Day Woman's done. She's a bit of a winning machine for Paul Nicholls. She did beat her fair and square, but I'd say Rainy Day came on a chunk for that run in Ludlow. However, it's only off a mark of 107, and it's in a race where there's a lot of questions to be answered, lads. There really, really is. So I want to give it a chance. Adam Wedge on board. That back over 2 mile, down a couple of pounds. She's going to run a big race. She's going to run a solid race. I can't say to you she'll win, but I'll be very shocked if she's not fighting it out at least. Right, then we're going to move on to the 220. This is a horse, Micklemore, 3-runner race, bit tricky, but he's a fine big horse. We'll just give him a pint win. I know Joe liked him a few times. He won in Leicester, and I think he's only 4 or 5 pounds higher, and he was a decent winner that day on ground similar to today. So he'll run his race, but you know yourself, a 3-runner race. But at 2 to 1, I'll give him a chance. The stable are going well. I think I actually rode this horse before, believe it or not. I think it's him, Micklemore. I think he went to Gordon Elliott's, but he never ran in Gordon Elliott's, but then he went to the sales. I think he was a big, massive horse. And I think he came from the Point to Pint field, but went straight to the sales. I think it might not be him, but I'm pretty sure it is him. Massive, big horse. Definitely unexposed as a chaser. Don't know how high, if he'll get much higher, but he's definitely a solid horse, so he'll run well. And then we'll go a pint win, Gran Luna in the 405. Now this mare, this is I think a good opportunity. The McManus mare there's 3-runner race again, lads. The McManus mare has been very underwhelming. Like, if she bounced back and wins, well, fair play to her, but the same jockey who's riding the McManus horse She's come over to ride it a few times, and it just, for me, it just wasn't, it wasn't just doing it. But look, hey, it could come back and bounce back. And then the Hellfinch definitely is progressive, but I'm sure Connections will be disappointed. Grand Luna running some, nice mares races behind So Said I and Whitam, solid mares. So I'd give her a point win. I know she's even money, but don't go crazy, but just enjoy it. And then I want to give a chance, lads, in the 5:30 at Newcastle, Whitam River. Now, look, it's 12-1 and it's joined a new stable, but the favourite in this race, yeah, he won well the other day. He's backing up quick. Now, he could easily win. But the Spencer ridden horse, Produce, he has the ability to win, but whether he wants to go through with it or not is another thing. But he could win on the bridle if he put his mind for it. But he keeps letting punters down. He let me down the last day. So if he goes and wins at 7-4, I don't care. I'm not interested. But Grant Thrower takes this horse over. He's unexposed. He has some good runs in Ireland. He's well bred. So I'm going to go a point win at 12-1. He had a few horses come from Ireland that he went on and done well with last year, the same trainer. So at 12-1, it's very easy for me to give him a chance. Point win. Right, and then I have a winner for you, if he's fit, in the 8 o'clock at Newcastle. This horse, Lucky, not knocked about in his maidens last year. Nice type, definitely well handicapped and will win if he's fit. A point each way. So yeah, 7-1. Like I said, if I had a way of knowing it that he was fully ready today, he'd be at 3 points each way. But because his first run back, I just play it safe and go a point each way and still get a nice profit if he wins. All right, lads, take care. God bless, and enjoy the sport, because, boys, it's a long haul. If you're in it for the short run, this is it. But anyway, what a month March has been, lads. An absolute cracker. Just really, really solid. And the bottom line is solid. That's all that matters. The profit is solid. Some really great price winners tipped up on the service this month. Cracking winners, some 12-1s, 17-2s, and real strong then fucking 5-point win bets and 4-point win bets. Lots of really good winners. Showing a massive profit. I have a strong one. I have a 7 points win gone out there today. And yeah, I think with a clean round he'll be collecting. Right, lads, bet safe, bet fun, and always chase your losses. Money Cotton. Hey, bet safe. Look after yourself.